Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Faurot Field in Columbia, Missouri, home of the Missouri Tigers. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the UCLA Bruins, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Missouri Tigers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Will kick it away to start us off. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Got enough for the first. Hits the accelerator to the right. The 20. He's at the top. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Tatum. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out at the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
To the air on second down. Fires to the middle. He's got him wide open. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. More precision throws from this Bruin quarterback, much like a Rick Neuheisel used to play.
Just pinpoint accurate. Put the ball right where you want to. You think about Troy Aikman, you think about some of those other great names in UCLA history.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And the Bruins are flying down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money. Breaks the tackle. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
To the air on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Trying to get the edge on the right. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
You know, I know that wasn't a big gainer, but that's going to set some stuff up later for this offense. Trying to run the football and get it established is huge because play-action pass is a big part of what they try to do when they're throwing the ball.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get the running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got a man in the middle. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. The Bruins had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Second down, they'll go to the air. They're working that left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, UCLA! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. This drive will open from the 15. Out of the gun to give to the back. Got the first down and more. At the 45 on his way. Flying out to the left. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tiger. He's quite familiar with the end zone, his 75th career touchdown run.
You know, we're in the era in college football where there's a lot of running back by committee. This guy has been the bell cow. He's been the focal point of this offense. To stay healthy, to be consistent, and to reach that number is ridiculous.
Right, it just shows you how special he is, because you're right. They want to throw it all over the yard in today's college football, but they continue to give it to him because he continues to find the end zone, and again, for the 75th time.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Try to get it to the edge. They shut it down quickly, but he gets two out to the 18.
Well, this is a running back that gets stronger as the game goes on, and they try to get him going early on the toss play, Reese.
And if we start stretching the defense sideways, sometimes a little vulnerable in the middle later in the game.
Yeah, that might open an opportunity for a play action. Maybe fake the toss and see if we can get a tight end or a slot receiver down in the middle of the field.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. He's open on the right. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way?
Oh, he's got some space. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Defense in press coverage. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
And they swarm him under.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Shakes off the defender. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Going for the marker on the ground. Creates a little room. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
Well, that is a gutsy play call on that fourth down. I think everybody here in the stadium, including myself, was expecting them to try to throw the football, but they ran it and caught the defense off guard.
They get to him as he throws. Got his man downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Sanders. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Gets the back moving. The option look. Now the toss. Nice move there. Breaks into the open. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great 2nd down opportunity.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10.
What? No.
Pass goes incomplete, but the flag is down, and this one might be on the offense. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. He's looking to pass. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Caught in the backfield, it's Shaw. Still on his feet at the 45. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. Fighting off the defender. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on 3rd. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to beat the D deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds him out of the backfield. There he goes. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Missouri!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. The give to the left side. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Turns it on down the left side. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. He's now up to 71 yards rushing in this one and within striking distance of a 1,000-yard season. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. And the Bruins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run the toss. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. He's looking downfield to throw. Gets open down the middle. He will not get there. A stop on 3rd down leaves him with a 4th down from the 18-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. And this one is perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Might be calling a hot route. Off the play fake on 1st down. He fires one deep down the right side.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
And back to the air on 2nd down. He's going to run it. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Missouri will kick it off to open this second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Tatum. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and
turning it on, and he gets it to the 44-yard line, it'll be a 1st down.
And this 4 vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small windows, good things generally happen. That is tremendous execution on that pass play.
Finds the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find the rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Bruins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll run play action. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Fires to the right. It's complete. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much confidence.
He is dealing on this drive, completed all 5 throws, and now they have first and goal.
Yeah, and who needs balance when you got a guy like this? You trust him, getting the ball back in the pocket. The ball's coming out, spreading it around the field. Nice decision-making. This drive has been surgical for this QB.
Oh, cut up, you
He
piece
steps out
of
of
shit.
bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll try to finish it with a score from there. And the Bruins moving quickly to the line. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. Touchdown, UCLA! And that one will put them up here in the second half. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And here's the return. Gets it out to the 33 before he goes out of bounds. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's caught. It's Green. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man by himself. Turning on the Jets. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, this guy certainly, from a statistical standpoint, has done everything to deserve a trip to New York City. He has been a big playmaker week in, week out for this offense. Get this, that last touchdown was his 20th touchdown catch of the season. This guy has been unstoppable.
Coming out with it, it's Tatum. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Bruins in a good spot here with second and short. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
This offense is feeling itself right now, and momentum's coming along with them. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Burrell. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
And the Bruins are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Tatum. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to fire. Got his man. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. That's it for the period, and Missouri has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Tatum. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's got the tight end. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
They're down to the 32-yard line on first and 10. To the air on first down. Throws to the wide.
Oh my, I'm ass.
Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physical.
Hit that ball. Hit that ball.
It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, I can't do that here, right? I got the football, I got the lead, the clock is my friend, and now I cough it up. Offense, have to understand the situation, have to understand I got to get to the ground. I can make sure I don't fight for extra yards. I make sure I don't fumble, costly fumble.
Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Soft spot in the middle. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
The give to the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down.
Not the fucking ball.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Second down coming up. He'll take it himself. Fights off the defender. And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him. A little slippery with all those juke moves.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On the option. Touchdown, Bruins! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown, now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Sanders. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Snap it to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass on second down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the grab, it's Evans. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Yeah, when you get in the 2-minute drill, we don't got to get it all at once. Still got time on the clock. Got to get these first downs. Use the stoppage of the clock to your advantage.
All by himself. Great job in this 2-minute drill as he gets out of bounds, keeping the clock on their side as they're trying to pull it out. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Green. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Give to the running back. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Got some room in under the goal line. And he gets it down to the 40. he stopped a terrific run after the catch.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains because of his ability after the catch.
Touchdown, Tiger! And they moved out front here in the fourth.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Going right to work up top. He's taking a deep shot. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. He's knocked down, but what a way to come up with the interception.
When you're down late in the game, you got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football. You could tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
The offense changing the play. Off play action on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Looking to take a shot. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle.